Travis might have just announced the features for Utopia. Today we're going to take a look at some new evidence, some new theories that we have for that, and maybe something that we've overlooked all along, and talk about how this can affect the new album coming out in 2 days. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So before we look at the new theory, we got to take a look at the history of the features for Utopia just to kind of get everything up to date and get a complete full picture of what we're talking about. So the first time that we kind of knew about features happening was with the briefcase. We, for example, saw The Weeknd have a Utopia briefcase with him, and also we had Bad Bunny with the Utopia briefcase, the only people aside from Travis or Mike Dean or anyone connected to the team themselves. And those two people were featured on the only single so far, K-pop, which not a lot of people liked. It's confirmed that it's not going to be on the album. It's only a single before we enter the rawness of Utopia. But it's interesting because those two people were the only ones that we actually got confirmations for features. Now, the other thing that I talked about yesterday was with the Utopian alphabet, where we kind of got hints at new songs coming out, like Del Resto, like Till Further Notice, where we kind of see that maybe some of the features that we have from the leaks might be on there. We're talking about Kanye. We're, of course, talking about James Blake, for example, on Lost Forever as well. Kanye on Del Resto and God's Country. Bon Iver on there as well. So those people are always in the conversation just from the leaks and snippets that we got. But what I wanted to present y'all today was actually something that a lot of people sent to me over the past 24 hours, ever since I dropped the video on the first album cover for Utopia. So let's take a look at this and let's see how this might be connected and what we can learn from this. So this right here is the album cover that Travis dropped the other day. I think it was a day ago, 2 days ago, with the first out of the 5 album covers. This one is number 3, I believe, and we can see we kind of broke this down over the past video, where we can see this guy sitting in a car that is completely broken down. His shirt is ripped. He's looking like, he was just an addict for the past 20 years, and he's holding these dollar bills in his hands. Couple of theories popped up for what this means, that this is a guy that just saw Utopia and then he came back because he couldn't pay for it with money, maybe a hint to the billboards and stuff like that. But what's interesting is that if you looked at this guy, and especially the other people that were also connected to this photo release, because he released 3 other pictures with this actual album cover. He also did that with the new album covers he dropped today, because those are also somehow, those add to the aesthetic or to the vibe of the album if you just add images that you like to the release. So here you can see all the different versions of this cover with different people sitting inside the car. And the people that, and I didn't notice this in the video yesterday, but a lot of people send this to me, the people that are sitting in the car resemble some very famous rappers quite significantly. Because when you take it, somebody sent me this overview, and you take a look at those, you can't deny that those 5 people, the first one doesn't resemble Kendrick Lamar, the second one Juice WRLD, the third one Kid Cudi, the fourth one Lil Baby, and the last one Baby Keem. So that's the theory that we have, that Travis is, through these people, kind of announcing the features for Utopia. And this is definitely something that I think he would do. This is definitely something that I think would fit into the strategy of this album pretty well. Now, I didn't see this at first, especially not just with the first one, with the Kendrick one. Maybe Kendrick just doesn't have as unique of a face, but I mean, now looking at it, it's kind of like, yeah, that's obvious. The only one that I was kind of suspicious about was Lil Baby and Baby Keem, maybe Cudi with the long face, but that's what people are thinking. And what's also interesting, what I wanted to add, because we just got those new cover arts and that new material today, was because I thought this was kind of doubling down on this, was this new picture of the, I don't know what I should call it, but this black, meme that we got going on with Travis, with these 4 black guys that are, standing behind this white girl that could also represent new features. I have no idea though, and I haven't read in the subreddit or any other forum theories on who this could be. The only guy that could be resembled again, in my opinion, is Lil Baby on the right. Also, maybe that confirms that there is a white singer on the album, like a white female singer, so maybe that's all connected to this. And I think the reason why these people all look so weird is because also they're AI generated, maybe like some of the covers that Travis also did that I went over in the video earlier today. So that all might hint at those features being on Utopia. I think this is a pretty interesting theory. Now, when it comes to the features, obviously we can't tell until we actually get the track list, but as soon as it happens, maybe we'll get it tomorrow together with the official #1 album cover. I'll make sure to drop a video, so make sure to stay subscribed not to miss out on that. But what I want to see with the features are actually hidden features. Now, I've talked about this quite a lot in the past, but I think I have to put it in here as well because this is the video about the features. But hidden features to me add so much to a Travis Scott listening experience. I loved Astroworld for that. I thought that made the album 10 times better because that experience of listening to the album, not knowing who's going to be on the next track and kind of discovering it while listening to it is definitely something unique. And I think the last time we've had that in a grand scheme was with Donda by Kanye West, where we also had that going on. And what makes that even better is that I'm going live on Thursday night, 12 a.m. EST to Friday when the album is dropping, and I'll be listening to this live, so make sure you follow me on Twitch, because if we do get hidden features, that's going to be insane, that first reaction to this. Anyway, the theory of those people being the feature I think is pretty legit. Also, from the amount of people that sent this to me on Instagram and also in the comments, I can tell that the majority of Travis Scott fans also think so. And I mean, at some point in the album release, it would make sense to kind of hint at some features, even if it's in this indirect of a way. Now, do I think, what was kind of weird to me is, do I think that he would have Kendrick as the album cover? No, not really. I don't think that Travis would put Kendrick as the album cover. That is kind of my argument against this, because why would he put someone else as his album cover, even if it's just an AI generated version of them? That's the thing that I'm still struggling to wrap my head around, why he would do that. But aside from that, I think this theory is pretty legit, and we can kind of expect those people to be on the album. I mean, Juice WRLD being on there, pretty interesting. Cudi is the obvious one. Kendrick maybe too. Lil Baby maybe too. And then, of course, Baby Keem, also pretty interesting, but I think that the two of them could definitely pull some great off. So that's what we got. Let me know what y'all think about this theory. I definitely think it's interesting, but maybe it's still somewhat of a reach because we don't have all the details yet. We don't have the track list. But let me know who you think on the second picture might be those features, especially with the white female singer. That would be very interesting to hear from all of y'all. So let me know in the comments. And generally, everything that you got on this 2 days before release now, all your theories, all your hopes, all your expectations, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.